Hello everyone, SquaredCircle Wrestling is back with some more news, which includes Alexa Bliss all clear after skin cancer treatment, WWE bringing Randy Orton back for WrestleMania 39, Tony Khan hints at former WWE superstar's major debut for AEW show, Will Ospreay pulled from Impact, NJPW Multiverse United show, replaced by bigger star, FTR say they'll leave AEW if they can't beat the Guns, former WWE superstar shuts down rumors of a potential return under Triple H, Tony Khan admits AEW's interest in signing Goldberg, Shawn Michaels provides update on WWE NXT Europe progress. WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio reportedly discussed his retirement with Triple H for WrestleMania 39. Former WWE star claims Cody Rhodes offered him to join AEW. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel SquaredCircle Wrestling. Our top news for today, Alexa Bliss all clear after skin cancer treatment. WWE superstar Alexa Bliss hasn't been seen on Raw or SmackDown for nearly 2 months, with her last appearance coming at the Royal Rumble. Reports indicated she was on a hiatus before the 5-time women's champion dismissed them. Bliss has remained active on social media, providing various updates about herself. The latest one was of a facial procedure she recently underwent. Little Miss Bliss took to her Instagram story to reveal she recently had cancerous skin cells removed from her face. The treatment helped remove the tan patches on her face. Bliss even left a message for her younger self, stating that she should have stayed out of tanning beds. Here is what she said. "Dear younger me, you should have stayed out of tanning beds. All clear now though. Thank you American Skin Institute for taking great care of me." The WWE fan who tweeted the screen grab from Instagram expressed concern for Bliss, with the current Raw star replying that she is doing okay. Here is what Alexa said in it. "Thank you. Don't worry, short healing time. Always get your skin checked, especially if you are in the sun or use tanning beds. Love." Next up, WWE bringing Randy Orton back for WrestleMania 39. Randy Orton's name was going around at WWE in recent memory, and it seems that is a good sign for his possible WWE return. There are currently plans for Orton to be around WrestleMania in just a few days. PW Insider reports that there are currently plans to bring in Randy Orton for WrestleMania in Los Angeles. It appears that this will be Orton's return to the road. WWE booking Randy Orton to be at WrestleMania is certainly a good sign for the Viper's future and the company. We have not heard anything about his tag team partner Matt Riddle at this point. Matt Riddle went through a stint in rehab after failing a wellness policy test. He hasn't been seen since shortly after the Viper took off. While Orton was off television, Riddle used a lot of Orton's signature moves in his honor. We will have to see what's in the future for Randy Orton. But his return is apparently not out of the realm of possibility for WrestleMania 39. What do you think? Will Orton appear at the grandest stage of them all? Let us know in the comments section. Next up, Tony Khan hints at former WWE superstar's major debut for AEW show. Tony Khan has dropped a major hint about former WWE superstar Mercedes Money making her debut on an upcoming AEW show. Money is the current IWGP Women's Champion in NJPW, and her presence looms large in the company, as fans eagerly await the Forbidden Door 2 event. Tony Khan's hint at a potential debut for Money has sparked excitement among wrestling fans worldwide. In a recent interview with Adrian Hernandez from Bet Las Vegas, Tony Khan expressed his excitement about the upcoming Forbidden Door event, and was pleased that Mercedes Money had brought it up. He stated, "I'm glad she brought up Forbidden Door, as it's going to be an exciting event. Certainly the shadow of Mercedes is looming large in NJPW right now. When AEW and NJPW clash at Forbidden Door, it will be very interesting to see what happens. She is certainly one of their top stars, and it makes for a very interesting situation going into Forbidden Door." AEW CEO Tony Khan also praised Mercedes Money ahead of Forbidden Door. Here is what he said. "I think she's such a great pro wrestler and certainly one of the best in the world. Any wrestling company in the world, including AEW, is fortunate to have Mercedes." Next up, Will Ospreay pulled from Impact, NJPW Multiverse United show, replaced by bigger star. Will Ospreay was scheduled to wrestle Speedball Mike Bailey in the co-main event of the joint pay-per-view between Impact and NJPW on March 30th. Unfortunately, Ospreay recently injured his shoulder. That resulted in him being pulled from dates, including the New Japan Cup Tournament, Revolution Pro in the UK, and Multiverse United. Only the strong survive. Impact and NJPW were in a bit of a pickle, since Ospreay vs. Bailey was an attraction with Match of the Year potential. They needed someone with superstar appeal to satisfy paying customers. In my opinion, they delivered with the legend Hiroshi Tanahashi. This bout will be the first time Tanahashi and Bailey have wrestled each other. Impact described it as a dream match. Tanahashi is comparable to the John Cena of NJPW and was the ace of the company. Among his many accolades in NJPW, he held the IWGP Heavyweight Championship 8 times. Next up, FTR say they'll leave AEW if they can't beat the Guns. Rumors have been swirling about FTR's future, with Dax Harwood doing some of the swirling. Just last weekend, he tweeted that he and Cash Wheeler had made a decision about what they'll do when their contracts are up in April. Does this give us any clues about what they've decided? after the Guns retained the AEW World Tag Team titles against Top Flight on the March 22nd Dynamite. With an assist from Ring of Honors, The Kingdom, the top guys made their way to the ring to confront the champs. Austin and Colton have been very proud of the fact they buried FTR earlier this year, and said there's nothing Dax and Cash could do to get them to give them a title shot. But then Harwood told Billy's sons that if they can't beat them to win the belts, FTR will quit AEW. That got the Guns to agree to the match, and to spit in the top guys' faces. There is no word on when this match will happen, but if FTR's deal is up next month, it'll have to be soon. Next up, former WWE superstar shuts down rumors of a potential return under Triple H. Triple H is expected to bring a lot of surprises to WWE Raw after WrestleMania, but it appears that one former superstar has made it clear that they won't be part of it. Maria Kanellis was released from WWE back in April 2020 as part of the COVID-19 budget cuts and has since made a name for herself in AEW and Ring of Honor. A fan recently on Twitter told the former 24/7 champion to answer her phone, who shared the fact that the game was looking for returns, but Maria made it clear that she is happy where she is. "I'm happy at AEW and Ring of Honor. I'll probably retire here," she wrote. Maria was part of WWE for almost 3 years alongside her husband Mike Bennett, before the couple was released following the birth of their second child. Next up, Tony Khan admits AEW's interest in signing Goldberg. Goldberg's availability as a free agent has caught the attention of AEW president Tony Khan. While he did not comment on the company's interest in the star, Khan did admit that he will keep an eye on him going forward. "I have a lot of respect for Bill. I think Bill Goldberg is a great professional athlete and has had a great career in pro wrestling and is a very nice person. He's a household name in pro wrestling, so it's interesting to hear that he is a free agent, so that's something to follow. He's one of the biggest names in wrestling and certainly will be something else to keep an eye on for us." AEW potentially bringing in Goldberg would create a number of unique scenarios. There are a number of blossoming heavyweights that Goldberg could deem as next, including Wardlow and TNT champion Powerhouse Hobbs. While it's highly unlikely that he would compete against any familiar faces from his WCW days, an in-ring segment with former locker room mates like Sting or Arn Anderson could be made possible. Goldberg has emphasized his desire to have a true retirement match before he hangs up his boots for good. Many expected that to come in WWE, but there's a chance that that last bout could be contested inside an all-elite ring. Goldberg said earlier this year, "I made a deal with the devil and I did my job, and they owe me a retirement match. At the end of the day, at 56, it's not something where I'm sitting by the phone waiting for a call. I've got a few ideas of how to do it on my own, possibly in Israel. So never say never." Next up, Shawn Michaels provides update on WWE NXT Europe progress. WWE made a surprising move last year when it brought NXT UK to a close, though it did that as part of a larger plan. That larger plan is called NXT Europe, and while some of the stars from NXT UK are currently in the mixed stateside as part of NXT, fans are wondering what the progress is on NXT Europe and if it will launch in 2023. WWE Vice President of Talent Development Creative Shawn Michaels provided an update in an interview with Sportsmail's Alex McCarthy, and the goal is still to have things up and running within the year. Things are still in the organizational stage, and we are hoping we will have that up and running by the end of 2023. I'm really learning. It isn't something you just throw together, especially if you want to set it up for success. I think everyone would feel a bit more comfortable if it takes a little bit longer to make sure we cross every T and dot every I, but still looking forward to trying to make that a reality by the end of 2023. As for NXT Europe, in a previous interview, Michaels said this was something Triple H has wanted to do for quite some time. It's just a natural expansion of things because that brand, since 2016, has been fantastic. Yes, it's been quiet and underneath the radar, but I don't think you'll find anybody that wouldn't argue that it's been a real quality product from its existence. This has been a goal of Hunter's for quite some time, and I think clearly with what has gone on recently with him taking on creative, he felt that now would be a great time to have the ability to do that. NXT UK was one of the first steps in that process. We've developed a lot of people since that time, a lot of them going to the main roster. I feel like we did a fantastic job with that. But now it is time to grow it internationally, and that's what NXT Europe is planning to do in 2023. Are you excited for NXT Europe? Let us know in the comments below. Next up, WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio reportedly discussed his retirement with Triple H for WrestleMania 39. Triple H changed the landscape of WWE after he took over the creative. However, he received additional responsibilities and made several difficult calls in the company. According to a recent report, Rey Mysterio discussed the idea of retiring from in-ring competition with the game for WrestleMania 39. Last year, Dominic Mysterio began feuding with Edge and Rey Mysterio and joined the Judgment Day under Triple H's new regime. However, the Master of 619 had no interest in raising his hands on his own son and chose not to fight Dominic on several occasions. Lately, Rey has been retaliating as Dominic has crossed all limits, and the two are headed for a match at WrestleMania 39. According to a new report from WrestleVotes via Give Me Sport, Rey Mysterio reportedly spoke about retiring from in-ring competition to Triple H after his match at WrestleMania 39. At one point, it was discussed that Rey Mysterio was going to retire at WrestleMania. But I don't think next weekend is his last match, regardless of the Hall of Fame. This storyline kind of reinvigorated him a little bit. So I don't know if he agreed to do another full year, let's say, and retire at 40. I don't know if he's going to drag this out with Dom until they feel like it's complete. It will be interesting to see when Rey Mysterio wants to retire from wrestling and how long the storyline goes with his son. Next up, former WWE star claims Cody Rhodes offered him to join AEW. Former AEW star Cody Rhodes was instrumental in many of the backstage deals to get talent into the promotion. According to wrestling veteran Conan, Rhodes once asked him to manage Santana and Ortiz. Santana and Ortiz were once prominent stars in the promotion's tag team division, and many fans believed they would end up holding gold in the promotion. Conan has been very critical of AEW's handling of the two stars, especially their pairing with Chris Jericho, which led to rumors that he had issues with Tony Khan. During the latest interview, Conan laid the rumors of his personal issues with Tony Khan to rest. So there's this rumor out there that I take shots at AEW because I asked Tony to hire me and he didn't. Why don't you guys ask Tony if that's true? Let's clear the air. I was actually offered to manage LAKEY by Cody Rhodes. Then when I spoke to Tony about it, Chris Jericho, they were in their faction inner circle. And that is all for today's news. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel SquaredCircle Wrestling for all the latest updates.